Daniel, thank you for coming to visit Cazley Financial Solution. Can you
Sure,
introduce
my
yourself
pleasure.
and tell us about your product?
My name's Daniel Willis. I've been in the golf industry basically my whole life, whether it was playing as early as pitchers of two, me when I was two, playing, or played Division I college golf and had a couple of mini tour events after that. But then I got into caddying and just doing the whole golf scene. And after a summer of caddying for really bad golfers and getting blamed for their bad putting strokes, I decided to invent a putting training aid that I felt would help the average putter all the way up to the pro with their putting stroke and go from there. And so I've been working on this project for about 2 years now, and we're getting to a point where we need to get it in production. We've gotten great feedback on it. Everybody loves it, loves the look of it, and we're just waiting to get going from there.
Well, and as the owner of the company and entrepreneur, what do you need to kind of get going there?
Like everybody needs capital. It's always one of those things that until you get big and wonderful, then everybody throws money at you. But when you're small, that's the main thing a small company always needs, so that they can grow and get their product out there.
It sounds like you've had some experience of trying to get access to capital. Can you give us some examples or talk about your experience with either dealing with investors or banks?
Well, I had one great investor that helped me get going. Unfortunately, he was a tennis guy, but he believed in my product on the golf side of things. But he can only go so far. One individual, it takes a little, it takes a lot to get going. And so we've looked for other sources, and either people need to believe in you or they need to believe in your product. And when they really believe in your product, then they want a large portion of your company, and if they believe in you, then they're only willing to give you so much. So it's kind of it's a catch-22. Hopefully you find that right company that believes in both, and you can take it from there. And everybody in this tight market is struggling with capital, I think. A lot of investors, individual investors especially, looking for trying to get that right capital where you're not over borrowing, but you've got enough cash flow that you can do the things you really need to get out there.
Now, you are the American dreamer, and I've taken your skills and created a company out of it. There's only so many hours in a day, so talk about some of the things that you want to do, spending your time in some areas of running a business that you might need help with otherwise.
Well, I am the I guess you call it the dreamer, maybe. I like to find the product, develop the product, fill the need, and then go sell the product. I don't want to deal with the payroll, the HR, the hiring companies, Facebook, Twitter, and all that kind of stuff. I want to be the guy that's out there selling it, inventing it, and once that product goes, go on to the next one. I don't want to have the back office stuff. That's not me. I'm not made for that. So what you guys have come up with and your solution for the small investor or the small entrepreneur is a great solution.
You obviously are great at sales, and people trust your opinions of what you tell them on the golf course. Talk to me a little bit about how you demo your product or how you introduce your product to golfers out there that need to improve their game.
Well, that's the easy part with putting, because most people are bad putters or could improve in their putting. Even if they're good putters, they still could knock 1 or 2 strokes off their round. So when I talk about a putting training aid, pretty much 99% of them are interested in it. And then, especially coming off a bad putting day, then they're really interested in it. So it's been one of those products that is very easy to talk about. It's very easy to put out there. And the average golfer, even the better golfer, wants to see it, wants to use it. And it's lightweight, it's portable, can travel with you anywhere you want to go. So even the golf instructors that have these big schools, because it acts like a personal coach with nobody there, it's a great way for these instructors to have a group putting lesson. Then they can put them in this machine and they can go work on other aspects of putting. So it's all the way from the young kid starting out at the age of 4 all the way up to the putting instructor to the PGA professional. This product works for everybody.
Daniel, what makes a business like yours want to come to Cazley Financial Solutions?
Well, many things are attractive, but the biggest thing would be that you don't want part of my company. You don't want to get in the back office and meddle with how I'm going to do my sales, and you trust my expert opinion in the golf field. You're not. Your business is money. My business is golf. So we need to meld the two together to make it work. And at the end of the day, when you're trusting me, that gives me a great feeling, and then I can trust you with the other side. So it works both ways there. But also from the, I don't know if you want to call it a selfish standpoint or not, but you're not asking for a chunk of my company. So when it does go big, I still feel as an entrepreneur of something that I've created that it's still mine. It's still my product, and while you've helped me and you're going to make your money on one way or another, I still have my product, and it's still my way of going about it. So at the end of the day, I still succeed or fail on my own. And while you want me to succeed, you're not going to be. You trust me to be the expert in the field.
Well, if you had your wish list, or as what you need to kind of move your company forward, or what's most important now, what would that be?
The wish list would be to go to manufacturing, because I've already got sales orders that I need to fill. So at the moment, I'm trying to find a manufacturer that'll work with me on numbers. The one I've got at the moment wants me to place too big of a product order. So we're looking for the manufacturer to work with me on a smaller number, and then obviously capital from there to put the products into manufacturing, get them over here to the United States or wherever it's going to be made, and then hit the road and just start selling.
Well, Daniel, I want to thank you for coming and visit today.
Absolutely, my pleasure. Thanks for having me.